Well, this video is going to be about fixing my Maytag Neptune washer. It's a model number MAH 5500BWW. I started a load of wash a couple days ago, and I heard the machine start filling, and I think it started spinning, the spin cycle or whatever, agitator, and I heard a pop, and then it went silent. So I kind of figured, oh boy, something's wrong. So sure enough, come in, and I could smell a burnt electrical smell, and so I knew I had my work cut out for me, so I started tearing everything apart. I took the whole back off, and I was looking for any, burnt wires or anything like that. Everything in the board looked good. I didn't see anything that jumped out at me, so I started doing some diagnostics on the washer, and just a quick rundown. If you put it into this quick service mode, which is pressing, I believe it's delicates and heavy soil, and then you push delicates again, I believe, and then it'll start going through this startup procedure. And I got all the way until where it says to spin up to 800 RPMs, and I noticed that the motor wasn't spinning, wasn't turning on, didn't make any attempt to start at all. So I started doing a little more research in these instructions here, and let me see if I can find, okay, here it is. It says, if the motor runs and spins, blah blah, and then here's where I got to: if the motor does not run, check the 10 amp fuse. I checked it, the 10 amp fuse was good. And so I went down to these next steps. If the fuse is functioning, check the semiconductors, and no visible damage and stuff. Well, when I looked at the circuit board, there was many burn marks, so I don't know how easy this is going to be to see, but you can see there's a hole blown right through that. There's some other burnt up parts right in here. It's smoked in a couple places. So that's the motor control circuit board, and so I knew I needed to get one of those on order. I priced that out. The new one I think was $175. That's the new one right there. And for an extra $50 you got a new motor. Sure, I could check it with an ohm meter, see if it's shorted out, blah blah, but I figured, for $50, let's get in there, and we'll replace both pieces, and hopefully we'll be good for another 12 or 13 years. This washer was new when I moved in December of 2000, so it's 13 years old now. So hopefully we'll have another 13 or 14 years of good service. So, and that motor control circuit board was located in the lower right hand bottom corner there, and took it out, and that's when I saw the burn marks. So well, I gotta let the camera charge up a little bit, and I'm gonna kind of research this out a little more, see what it takes to get that motor out. So we'll be back in a little bit. Okay, so I wanted to show you a little bit closer up difference of the motor control circuit board. This here is the old one that burnt up, and it came right, this is the lower right hand corner towards the front of the washer. That plastic base is going to have to come out. This new one here, totally different design, and it's actually going to sit in there just like this flat. You can see the two bolt holes right there. That's those two bolt holes. So I'll have to take that out and mount that one in there. That's the first step I'm going to do. Okay, with both screws removed, this thing just kind of lifts and pulls and comes right out. And we're ready to put in our new piece. Okay, I got the new motor control circuit board assembly installed, and I went ahead and reconnected that 5-wire harness, the black and white 2-wire, and then this green single pin wire. I went ahead and got all those put back in. So it looks like the plug configuration may have changed. This blue end went into the original motor control circuit board, but that plug configuration is a little bit different. So in this new kit they supplied this little 6-inch pigtail adapter, so everything plugs in and should be good to go. So we're gonna take a look at the motor next. Okay, looking at the motor, looks pretty simple. It's just got these 2 pins here that kind of help support it, and I'm sure there's some shock dampening abilities with the bushings that they're in, and then it's just held in place by 1 bolt right there. So if I come down here, there's the motor, and it looks like that's the bolt that's holding it in place. And you can just see 1 pin from here. So it looks like I'll have to take the belt off from back here, and then the bolt, and then the rest of the installation will be from the front side of the washer. And I've already actually started taking the belt off. So that's a piece of cake. Obviously make sure that you're always unplugged when you're working on machinery so that it doesn't start up and eat your hand. So, alright, well, I'm going to get after that bolt here, so be back in a few. Okay, yep, that wasn't too awful bad. Here's the bolt that came out. I bet I put maybe 2-3 turns, backed it out, and the motor kind of swung, you know, pendulum down a little bit, but it was held in place by the those two pins. So it came out real easy. Like I say, the motor rotated down. I kind of pushed back on it, pushed the pins out, and basically it dropped right down to the bottom of the washing machine. So I'll probably go around to the front side and pull that out of there, and then it'll be easier to put the new one in from the front also. So cool. Okay, we're back around to the front side of the washer. This big bracket thing that you see here, they call that, well, it's a bracket for the lower tub displacement switch. 2 massive bolts. I don't know why they're so big and long, but hold that up in place. You got to take it down to get access to the motor. There's the motor still sitting there. I'm going to go ahead and pull that out, and we'll take a look at it, kind of compare it to the new one, make sure everything looks the same. Well, these are the 2 motors here. The one on the left, this one, is the original. It's got a solid cast housing all the way around it, and the new one is open and, you know, got all kinds of copper exposed, the motor and stuff. I don't know why they would do that. Maybe it's a cooling issue, but you think that they would have a little something over that, just so that all the internals there aren't showing. So, but that's the two motors. I'll go ahead and get the new one bolted up. Okay, we got the motor slid in. I'm still on the front side, and it's the two pins slide into them two holes up there, and then here's how you can see that'll help keep the tension on it, and you know, I'll have to stick the bolt in through the front side there. But that's what that looks like from the back. So, alright, let's go around to the front. Okay, I got the motor rotated up into place, and I reinstalled that bolt there. I still got to torque it down, but before I did that, I wanted to make sure I could get the belt on and you know, give it a couple of spins just to see how it's going to track and everything, and everything looks good. I was actually kind of surprised that the, I'm going to call it a flywheel, but I know it's not, but that it's smooth, and you know, the belt is V-grooved. I just realized that when I was reinstalling the belt. So, but everything looks like it's tracking real good, and I'm going to go ahead and tighten up my last bolt there, and then I got to go around to the front side of the washer and make that connection, and put a couple of screws for the cable hold downs to hold them in place, so they aren't vibrating around and stuff when the washer's in use. So, alright, see you in a bit.